Good morning, everyone, and welcome to another episode of Waking Up with Soop and Sugah. You guys are tuning to episode 94, and today's May 1st. It is a fresh month, fresh reset Tuesday. Guys, with me here today, new games. With me here today, of course, my usual co-hosts. First off, Titan Extraordinaire, DJJ Gao. How's it going today, buddy?
Great, man. How you doing?
Doing great. And then over here, the only other hunter that I hold to such high expectations, except for myself. It's Life on Saturn. How you doing, buddy?
What's up? Good.
Look at that.
Good.
Nothing sexier than another hunter. And then that abomination behind him, that warlock thing, Sugah Tits. How's it going, Sug?
Hi, guys.
Hey, don't wave. You might accidentally melee kill someone.
I think
guys,
I'm becoming one with the couch. Do you see it?
Dude, you look one with the couch. It looks like a comfy couch.
I don't know how you can get so comfy, man. That's awesome.
Like
I just had to take a knee, I take a knee, all right, come on, coach, give me the speech.
All right.
Look, it's doing it again. I'm literally going through the couch. This is great.
You just sink it in.
You just sink in. You get so you
at the end of Infinity War.
So that's going to be one of our subjects today. So let's get started with the first segment of the day, because we did get a Bungie reveal stream. So first segment of the day, which of course is video game news.
Oh my God!
Yeah, those sexy dance moves. Guys, we did get that Bungie reveal stream, which of course means we got all the sweet details of all the stuff that we're getting on May 8th. So let's start with... What do you want to start with? The new campaign? The new raid layer?
Well, what was that extraction point? Is that what it's called? Extraction point?
Oh, escalation protocol?
That's the one. That looks cool now. That looks cool.
Yeah, so it's...
7 waves of...
7 waves of Hive. Frozen Hive, which is...
Yeah.
How do we feel about Frozen Hive? It's a reskin. It's an old enemy.
Well, it's an old enemy, but it's also, where were we at? We're in the polar ice caps of Mars, so it kind of makes sense that they're frozen.
Okay.
But I don't know. I was kind of like, where's the new enemies we were promised? Where's the frame or the remnants? Where'd they go?
Good questions. Oh, good questions.
Yeah. I mean, it was talked about for so long.
I'm
okay. I mean, the Hive, they look bigger for some reason.
Well, definitely.
He's got a point there.
There's a hint for Worm God, so this could be a literal fucking Worm God, which could be the boss to the end of this campaign. But yeah, like
is that what Charlemagne is? Is she a worm?
No, Charlemagne, I believe, is a war mind like Rasputin.
Okay, because I think that is our boss, our main boss, maybe. Because the whole premise of this is that we woke her up. Something woke her up. Maybe the Traveler, when he exploded and sent out that wave of everything going through everything. Maybe that's what woke her up. Because I thought that was our main boss.
I see. I don't think that's going to be connected. I think we're just going to get Hive right now. Like that's all we're going to get.
But that protocol thing looks cool because you get the waves and each wave's harder.
7 waves. Each wave is harder. Each wave has a boss. The 7th wave is just a boss with mechanics to it.
What was that game that we were playing? The in between that free game that we got that all of us were playing that had the exact same thing, the zombie waves.
Killing Floor?
Killing Floor. I'm listening to it. I'm like, that's exactly what it sounds like. We had that many waves.
Well, yeah, kind of with the waves. Yeah.
And then they have 5 rotating bosses that rotate every week.
Rotate every week.
Yeah. So the 7th boss rotates every week. And then new gear. Yes, new gear. Very Rasputin inspired. We get new weapons that are specific. The sniper rifle, if you aim down sights long enough and hold it before you shoot, you do critical damage, insane critical damage, they've said. There's a shotgun.
Switch elements on the fly, right?
No, I think that's
switch.
I think that's Borealis.
No, I think you can. Well, no, they said it was like the Borealis, where there's a gun that switches elements. like quick, instantly. You can switch them.
I think that was
But
the
then-
hard light. I think that's what they were doing for the hard light now.
Oh no, because you can already do that. No, I think it's a
No,
new
you
one,
can't do it on
you
the
know?
fly for the hard light right now. You have to go into the menu, and then
Right.
So
Yeah,
that's
so
what-
I mean that's what they were saying, you know. But if you notice too, that guns kind of look like the sleeper stimulant. You know.
Well, yeah, because they have that Rasputin, that war mind feel to them.
Right.
And then on top of that, we're also getting that new weapon. It's the Valkyrie. It's like that javelin, the spear. You come
Yes.
down with it and you fucking wreck things. Think of like the axe in the Forge.
Yes, which those are going to be there too. They're going to drop axes, the hive axes that you can get.
Oh, the hive
but
swords.
Yeah, that's what. Yeah, but that's what that spear is too. It's temporary. It's going to drop, and somebody's going to get to grab it and kill the boss with their do damage, and then it goes away.
Yeah, so you're gonna have to pick up what were they called? They were called armory codes in order to do the javelin, and then
and I think that's the spear that Chris saw. Thinking
yes,
that
when we were thinking
maybe we were changing our
elements
subclasses. Yeah. So
yeah, those high expectations. So yeah, and then the Shadow Rifts, which of course produce knights. You kill your knight, you get your hive sword, you get your Crota feeling back. You're coming around, you're slaying hive, and they're promising mad difficulty. They're saying this is gonna be hard as fuck, son.
Yep.
So, I mean, I really hope so. Like, I'm really looking forward to something
Right?
insanely difficult.
I would
Me
like
too,
to
me
be
too.
killed on like the third or fourth wave. I would like to be wiped out, and then the next time that I come in, okay, we made it we made it one round further, and then we finally get to that boss, which takes a couple of times. Like, I don't want to be able to get to the boss right away.
Yeah, that gear
Right.
better be fucking spot on
Yeah.
too. Like,
I want to struggle through the waves. I want the first one to feel okay, and then after that, I want to be nervous. I want to be like, oh my god!
well, I mean, they said that's the feeling. They said, hey, you're gonna have to team up. You're gonna have to really think about what you're bringing. Who's bringing the Celestial Nighthawk? Who's bringing the Orifice rig? Who's bringing? Who's bringing their Helm of Saint
Well, and
14?
training our supers too. I hope that like they were talking about how the certain things they're focusing on them more, especially things like Melting Point and Tether.
Yeah.
And it was interesting to me because I'm like, what are you talking about? In Destiny 1, we used to use those all the time.
All the
They
time.
were imperative. Like, whenever you would bring in a new person, you would be like, listen, I need
Try
you
to take down Oryx.
Exactly. What up, Parker? Oryx especially, and like Golgoroth and just all those little things.
You had to
It was
make
like, dude,
orbs out of those thralls
yes,
for people to have their
exactly,
bubbles.
for everybody to like.
Yeah.
That was the most fun thing for me, was to create orbs for my team. Like, especially being a warlock,
Everyone
when I
had
would
a
use
job.
solar, everyone had a job. It was like, hold up, let me kill. Nobody shoot. Let me kill all these enemies and make all the orbs, and then boom, both of your titans were like ready to go for that bubble. Your hunter was ready to go. Like, those important things. So it was interesting for me to like hear them be like, oh,
I mean,
it's
that's
gonna be
all-
important again.
that's what we do in the Argos raid. I mean, that's what Rudy will do. He'll be like, "Don't kill the ads on the left. I'm going to make orbs."
I'm gonna make
so
orbs.
it's kind of the same thing. But I mean, I hope it's difficult.
Yeah, exactly. Like, it's something that if we don't chain our supers, then we might not be able to complete it. Like, I want it where everyone has to listen. Everyone has to do a specific job. And if you don't listen, it just doesn't work. Because that shows that only teamwork will get the job done. And that's sexy.
Yep.
Yeah, that's
Yep.
definitely it.
Yep.
So they're saying you can start these at any time. So it's not like a public event where you have to wait for it to happen. You can just come up, you can start it, and if one's already started, because you have to finish the
Join right in.
campaign in order to start one. But if you
Right.
just want to get into one, you can join in on one that has already started. So that's definitely awesome. So yeah, escalation protocol, and they promise good stuff. They're giving us private matches. They're giving us. I like everyone's getting private matches. Even if you didn't buy the DLC, you're still getting private matches, and you're
But
also
you can't
getting
use the
access to
maps.
maps. Well, you're not in private matches, but you do get access to those maps in Crucible playlists. you get access to all maps. Yes.
Even though you didn't get the DLC, you can still go in those maps. Okay, I thought you couldn't.
No, that's only in private matches.
Okay.
Hi, Chris.
But now I heard private matches are coming out this Friday.
No, they're coming out on May 8th.
Everything's coming out May 8th.
Okay, somebody said that the private matches are starting on Friday.
No, that's.
I love these sources
incorrect.
that Gao gets.
Well,
they're not sources. This is just what I'm hearing.
Favorite.
Like I said, we're getting 2 new Crucible ranked modes. Okay, there's Valor, which I feel is the one that Gauzy's going to be playing, where you get points for participating. And you don't get points for losing. It's just a time investment thing. The more time you invest in this Crucible thing, the better your rewards. You rank up, and your rewards, and you can rank up. They have 6 ranks, so you go 1 to 6. And then once you rank up there, you're able to reset it and do it again. And you get some pretty freaking sweet rewards. They were showing off that one pulse rifle where it speeds up the rate of fire, but you don't lose anything as far as like the recoil and the handling. So that looked like a really good fucking prize, and it's going to be a beast in their PvE or PvP. So definitely something I want to get, and that's something where all you have to do is like reach Fabled status, and you get your gun. Now, if you want to be a badass and you want to go, because so they're the 6 ranks. There's Guardian, then there's Brave, and then there is Heroic, Fabled, Mythic, and Legend. So if you hit Legend, you're able to get the ornament for the gun that you get 2 ranks past in Fabled.
Now, is that like a ranking? How you how you turn in your tokens for Iron Banner, and then you get like
so once you go in.
And then you turned in 30. So is that what it's going to be? It's going to be on the emblem, like how many matches you won, or your
they're just going to give you a circle, 60? And it's they're going to give you a ring, and it's going to fill up the matches that you do and the time that you put into it. And then that gun is only available for that season. So this is going to be the gun for season 3, and then after that, it's gone. So I really like that. So, I've been on the idea of like, let's have a gun that you can only get for a certain time, and if you missed out on it, too bad.
You missed out.
You missed out. Like, I'm sorry.
So there's 2 of them. There's Valor, and then what else is there?
And then the other one is the hardcore one, where you get points for winning, but then you get points deducted for losing. And then they also confirmed that you get, and this one's Glory. They also confirmed that for a win streak, let's say you win 3 games in a row, you get bonus points. And then for a lose streak, let's say you lost 3 games in a row, like they take points away from you. So this one's really for like the hardcore people. I
think I'd want to do both.
I mean, yeah, and definitely one would be more frustrating than the other, I feel like. But yeah, right. I mean, and then on top of this, they're giving us our emote wheel, which we can finally do all the emotes we fucking want. I'm cool with that. I'm on board.
Yep.
Thank you very much. And then we're getting Masterworks for exotics. And the way we get Masterworks for exotics is actually pretty fucking cool, because they're attached to challenges. That's awesome.
Okay.
Do you guys remember, like, you have to kill, this number of ogres or knights, or you have to get this many headshots with a pulse rifle? Like, cool.
Yep.
That's those challenges are going to be how you unlock Masterwork for your new exotics.
Did the the exotic scout rifle? Why can't I think of the name?
Bad Juju?
No,
no time
rifle.
to explain. Scout rifle, exotic scout.
Yeah, what is that? It came. Why can't I think of it? It's the one everybody uses.
Mida multi-tool.
Maya. Oh yeah. So how they did the Mida multi-tool, then they had the Mida mini, and in order to get the mini, you had to do the challenges that were in there in order to unlock it.
Yes.
Remember, you had to get so many shots in the air. You had to get so many. Okay. All right.
Yeah. So that's what it's going to be like. Yes. I just missed that. Like
I
that was
don't
the
know why
beginning
I
of the
couldn't
game.
think of the
like,
right multi-tool, man. I just like could not think of that gun.
Yeah.
Sorry.
So that's everything, guys. I mean,
Wait a minute.
our raid lair
What
is going to be
about-
called the Spire of Stars.
Okay, I didn't hear anything about that.
Yeah, it's going to be called the Spire of Stars. So Spire makes me think Vex, maybe, right?
Okay.
I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah, makes sense.
We'll see.
So does that mean Argos is going Prestige?
I didn't hear anything about that. Maybe, possibly.
Because when Argos came out, didn't Leviathan go Prestige?
I believe so. Yes.
Okay.
So yeah, so that might be something they add here. Man, we get story, we get Clovis Bray. Chris is saying no, it's not going prestige in chat. So
Okay. Thanks, Chris.
so yeah, so what do we think? What do we? I mean, we saw the prologue, right? With
Yep.
Clovis Bray and Anna Bray, part of the Clovis Bray family. Clovis Bray, the
I'm
birthplace
pumped.
of
I'm excited.
Rasputin. She's a
I'm
hunter.
excited.
Hunter's masterclass. So what do we? What you guys excited about this?
Yep, I am. It's a week from today. Hell yeah, I'm excited.
It is a week from today.
I gotta hurry up and beat God of War, so I can.
You do,
Damn.
yeah. Or you're gonna have to put it. Yeah, you're gonna have to hurry up and beat God of War. You won't be able to put it down.
I'm not putting that down, dude. I am not putting that
Oh
down.
my goodness!
God.
But oh man, So I mean, I guess the good thing is, I don't expect the campaign to be that long because it's Bungie.
Well, true, but I mean, I see myself doing that protocol a lot, and I'm definitely gonna dip into the raid, and I definitely have to do the Crucible because I gotta get good because I'm not
Damn.
good right now. So
Because he's not dead right
Damn.
now.
Well, the good thing about getting good, is that Iron Banner is rolling around again this week. So from today, May 1st, until May 8th, we're gonna have 6v6 control again. So hey, this is the practice you need to get good, son.
yeah, definitely.
So I mean, and this is gonna be the last chance to get your ornaments and your gear for season 3. After this, that is it. So if you don't have all your ornaments, you don't have all your gear, and if you want it, get it. If you don't care, that's fine. I understand. Personally, I already got my gear for my Warlock and my Hunter, and I got all the ornaments for both. Because once you unlock the ornament for one, you unlock the ornament for all of them. So I'm not gonna lie, I'm tempted to start my Titan to see if I can Iron Banner and get the Iron Banner gear for the Titan.
Yeah, because Titans are badass, definitely.
So
You should do it.
yeah, and I mean, a Titan is something that I haven't played in a really long time, so I might start my Titan. So yeah, guys, I'm really excited. I definitely want to see how the Hive got to where they are on Mars, and who's leading that particular pack of Hive. Because we got rid of Proto, we got rid of Oryx. Some were saying
Could it
Zol.
be Oryx's sister?
Well, yeah, that's I've been hearing. I'm gonna be like Al. People have been saying Zol. So it's one of those Oryx sisters. So we'll see what they do. I hope the campaign is longer than the Osiris one, because the Osiris one wasn't very
me too.
lengthy.
No,
it was
that was
what,
quick.
3 missions, maybe 4.
Yeah, it was quick.
Too quick. So I think 6 to 8 missions is good for a campaign add-on.
I
So-
wish that they would focus more on the PvE side of the game and not so much PvP.
Well, hopefully
know.
now they'll be able to, because they've given PvP everything that it needs to stay alive. Private matches and ranked matches. That's all you need for PvP to thrive. Now
Right.
they should be able to focus strictly on raids, PvE, and giving us things like, what was the Court of Oryx, what was Archon's Forge, what will be Escalation
Prison of
Protocol.
Elders.
Yeah,
Yeah.
what was Prison of Elders. So
yeah, because because I got Destiny because it was Guardians saving the universe, not Guardians beating the shit out of other Guardians.
yeah,
There needs to be more focus on what's going on in the universe, and PvP's just, if you want to go out and just do PvP, that's fine. But this is our bread and butter right here, and it seems like they moved it towards PvP for a while. It needs to come back to the game.
yeah. No, I mean, I completely agree. But at the same time, you have to remember that D1, they gave PvE people everything, and they gave PvP people very little. So I think this is Bungie trying to straighten everything out, because now that they've given PvP people everything that they could possibly want, now they can focus on us.
Right.
So guys, I mean, that's it.
To me, that's more fun.
That
squatting
is.
up with people and going out and doing stuff together, raids or strikes or patrol, whatever. Getting out there and doing it. Instead of just going in and just shooting at each other all the time.
I miss old raids. Old raids were the fucking shit. Like,
they were great.
Oryx, Crota, those were fun.
Yeah.
So yeah, guys, next week, May 8th, Iron Banner, and then we get it. I can't wait. I'm gonna be here. I'm gonna be here playing Destiny. I'm gonna be on my system. I'm gonna be playing this story, and then hopefully it's good. Hopefully, because this will be me getting hooked on Destiny again. I'm kind of excited for this escalation protocol. If it really is that hard, and we can get 6 people in on it, that's super exciting.
Yep.
Yeah, I like that it's 6 too.
Last
Did
thoughts.
they say anything about the vault space or kiosks?
Oh yeah, I mean definitely we're getting vault space, and then they didn't say we're getting kiosks, but we're getting tabs for our exotic guns, so those aren't going to take up space in the vault anymore.
Okay. Cool.
Okay.
Cool.
So I mean I'm going to set my system. It's going to be ready Monday night, and then Tuesday morning everything will be downloaded, and I'm going to be on there. I'm going to see what time the release is. I might even be up for the release, you know what I'm saying?
Damn, remember when we did that for Rise of Iron?
Are they going to do it at midnight? Are they going to do it like that, or do we have to wait till it's reset time and then it
No,
downloads?
I believe the PlayStation timer is out. You can go to the PlayStation Store, set to download with your timer, and then Rise of Iron, it counts down for you.
Okay.
So there you have it, folks.
Cool. Yep. And all those that bought the season pass, this is free.
Yes. And all of those who haven't, it is $20.
That's not bad.
That's not bad at all for everything that you're getting. Definitely, I think this, as a whole, is worth more. That's where your other $10 are, Saturn. Is worth more than the Curse of Osiris expansion. Because the Curse of Osiris expansion gave you a week campaign. It gave you a couple of maps. And a few new exotics that was it, right? What was and the new raid lair. There was no huge where this is going to give you private matches, it's going to give you ranked matches, it's going to give you story, it's going to give you raid lair, it's going to give you new weapons, it's going to give you access to all Crucible maps on your whether or not you have the expansion. So this is definitely worth more as a package for $20 than the Curse of Osiris was. So I'm glad that they're stepping it up.
Me too.
But yeah, definitely. So there you have it. Guys, I guess let's move away from Destiny too, unless you guys got any other thoughts on the Warmind before we leave here.
Nope.
No.
I'm good.
All right, cool.
I'm just pumped. I can't wait.
All right. So, we're going to talk about, just for a hot second, the Division. All right? Because they're getting an update, okay? Yep. And they're getting 2 updates. But the one update that's very important is update 1.8.2. Because what it's going to do is it's going to enable us to get shields. What's shields? Well, these are things that you you strive for in the Division 1, and then you get rewards in the Division 2, which was announced, and we're going to hear more about at E3, which is coming this June. Guys, how excited are you guys for E3?
I love E3. I can't wait.
Yeah.
E3.
Hopefully there's some like good major announcements, like
Well, you already got your God of War, Gao, so I mean...
Dude, I love that game. I love that game.
So yeah, definitely...
They did such a good job. I'm sorry to just change it, but they did so good on that little kid. And the gameplay in that. I mean,
Boy?
Yeah, boy. Atreus. Yeah. I mean, that's the only thing. He says boy a little too much, but... I mean, they did a good job because, I mean, he's not irritating at all. And, I mean, it helps so much in the gameplay with him being there.
Yeah, no,
because it's not easy.
I love that you're enjoying it, and I can't wait to share play that baby. Guys, share play. I couldn't afford it, but my friend could. To be honest, like it is like it's been getting such good reviews and things that it's one of those games that I'm gonna look out for come Black Friday. So I mean, it'll hit my shelf. I mean, there's no doubt about that.
It's worth the purchase.
But speaking,
it is.
Yeah, I mean, sure, I'm definitely sure it's worth $60. But like right now, like. I don't know how much I'd be able to do. Like, I still haven't gone through Monster Hunter World, which has gotten some new stuff for me. And also, there is, I just did the Sam Fisher mission for Ghost Recon Wildlands. What was it, yesterday? Yesterday. I did that yesterday. It was fun. And I'll talk about that in a sec. But I just, like, for me to buy right now God of War for $60 so it could sit on my shelf, it's like a $60 decoration right now for me.
I'm telling you what, it wouldn't sit there if you put it in and started it.
Oh my God, but I'm telling you it would. Like, the Warmind is coming out next week.
I know, you hesitated. You know, but, I mean, trust me, once you pop that in, you're going to be like, oh, I got to go. I got to do this. Oh, I got to do this. Oh, man. Oh, shit.
It'll change your life.
It will.
Listen
it's a good game.
So yeah, definitely. I mean, Gao is loving God of War. Give me the final closing on God of War now. So I don't want to hear it again after this.
You don't want to hear it again after this? Is that what you said?
Yeah, for the rest of this show. So spill it all right now.
It's a 10. It's a 10. It's great. That's all I'm going to say. If you don't have it, you should go get it. You know, and if you like God of War, you're going to really like this one. And if you haven't tried a God of War game, it's kind of not a good one to start on because you should get the storyline, so you should get the first one first. But it's amazing. There it is. I'm done.
There you go. God of War, amazing. 10 out of 10 for Gao. So now let's talk about the free games for this month, because it is May. And if you are a PS Plus owner, yeah, it's May. If you're a PS Plus owner, you get 3 games, which is down from the last couple of months because we've gotten like 4, we've gotten 5. But we're back down to 3. And the first one is King Oddball, which actually just came out for the Switch. It was like a $4 game for the Switch, so I looked into it. It actually looks like a lot of fun.
What game is that?
King Oddball. So you're basically this ball in the sky, and you've got this really long tongue. Don't call me Venom. And then you get to use your tongue to pick up rocks, and you use physics to destroy tanks and stuff. So you don't have lives per se. All you really do is use the boulders to destroy tanks and stuff, and they give you a set amount of boulders. So you have to do it within that set amount of boulders that they give you. So if you have to kill 2 tanks with one boulder in order to succeed, you just have to really think about it and use the physics of the game in order to help you out. So, but it's one of those games that's very fucking simple, but also looks like a lot of fucking fun. Like I was literally watching the dude play because I saw there's like someone doing a review on it. I watched the dude playing it, and I was very intrigued. I was very intrigued. So what, for free? Yeah, I'm gonna download this game. Another one that we're getting is Beyond Two Souls. You guys remember this one?
Yeah. I do.
Yeah.
So
it was out for the PS3.
It was out for the PS3, correct? And it was with Ellen Page and William Dafoe. And Ellen Page is the main character, and then you basically get to go through her story, and it's like horror, drama, science fiction. So it's definitely one of those story games where you get action in it, but it's more story based.
It's very story
so it's very
Right.
cinematic.
Is it a re-release for PS4 for free?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, that's awesome.
Yeah.
I wish they'd do that with Mortal Kombat Deception. Damn it.
Well, maybe in the coming maybe in the coming months. But yeah, I mean, again, for free, I'm gonna go ahead and download this one too because it definitely looked very interesting. I was looking at it; the reviews said it was like a 6 out of 10. But again, I'm not purchasing this baby; it's completely free. So for free, I will try a 6 out of 10 game. And then the last one we're getting is Rayman Legends, guys. Fucking
Oh yeah, another game that was out in the PS3.
Rayman, fucking amazing. Just platforming at its best, really. No, Mario is platforming at its best. Come talk to Sugah and I. So guys, like it's one of those games that's just really fucking fun. They use the 3D and 2D aspects, so you'll be running in the background, and then you'll like have to jump over to the foreground and then keep running. So it's just one of those games that's like really amazing that way. Where they kind of use the sense, they use like, I love developers that use like everything that like what is the PS4, what is the Switch, what was the Wii. Like when you use it to its full potential, like, and you make a game like Little Big Planet, you know, it really shows off what the system can do and what amazing stuff a developer can do to a game. So Rayman Legends, Beyond Two Souls, and King Oddball. Those are your 3 free games this month for PlayStation Plus owners. Guys, if you're not a PlayStation Plus owner, I don't know what you're doing. Because you're not playing online with your friends. And this PlayStation Plus thing, it basically pays for itself. $60 for a year. And already this year, they've given me, like, what, 20 games? Mm-hmm. So...
And we're not even halfway through the year.
We're not even halfway through the year. Guys, I guess that'll do it. That'll do it for... video game news. So let's go over into the last segment of the... Oh, I didn't talk about Wildlands. I guess I can talk about Wildlands real quick. So Sam Fisher, he comes up to Bolivia. He's trying to get intel that was stolen from Langley. So it's a 3-part challenge mission. You and your team have to go in there and meet Sam Fisher inside the campgrounds without being spotted, and you can't kill anyone. It was fun doing. I had fun sneaking in there without being seen and getting to Sam. And then once you get in there, he realizes that the intel has been uploaded to the Unidad servers. So he has to then hack those servers, get the intel, wipe the servers, and then bleach everything else. And he's like, the minute I start doing this, like, they're going to come at us. So it's just waves of enemies, and you have to survive the wave. So that's the second part of the challenge. And then the third part is you have to get Sam safely back to the destination. Escort him safely back to base, basically. So it was easy. I like knocked it out maybe in like 30 minutes. It was a lot of fun. I thought this was a great add-on. I haven't finished that campaign for this game yet, so it's really fun that I'm doing the campaign. But then along the campaign for me, like, there are all these little extra missions, like the Predator one and the Sam Fisher one. So it's really making my campaign experience a lot better. So I'm glad I didn't, like, immediately, like, dive through this game. Talking about Wildlands, ending Wildlands. We did have some Monster Hunter to talk about because they got they got the Dante outfit now. You can get the Dante armor. The mission is available for you, so you're able to just go into the arena. It's I think it's you have to kill like red monsters. So they'll give you a whole bunch of red monsters to kill one at a time, and then once you nail them all, you get their parts. You're able to craft the Dante armor and the Dante sword, and on top of that, you're able to get a Chun-Li costume for your handler.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know what old boy's gonna be doing this weekend, guys. So Monster Hunter World doing some great stuff, and Capcom has said that they're gonna keep adding to Monster Hunter World the more popular it gets, and it's definitely getting more popular with all these fucking add-ons. I'm just like, I wish I had more fucking time to play. Like, there just isn't enough time for me to play all these video games.
Same here.
So guys, but I'm definitely getting my Dante shit. Like, that's... Woo! Cool. We're done. We're done with video game news. That's it. No more. We don't want to talk about that shit anymore. I am done. Mm-hmm. I am going on now to... What is the next segment, Saturn?
Cinemad News.
Thank you. Over here, busting some sound bites. Yes, we're gonna review. We're gonna do. We're gonna do. Okay, we'll do a. We'll do a review. Should we do a spoiler review or a non-spoiler review? Should we just like go all balls out?
All balls out.
Like, I'm definitely like I'm gonna see it again. So, I don't know. I don't know. We should just fuck everyone. Okay?
Fuck yeah.
If you haven't seen this movie, now's your time to leave. This is it. Now's your time to leave, because we're gonna talk about everything, because this movie was a fucking 9 out of 10. Like, this is damn near a perfect movie, and we're gonna talk about what would have made it the perfect movie. So guys, if you haven't seen this,
box office numbers on it.
We're gonna have all of that. I have all of that. We're gonna talk about all of it, baby. So we're gonna talk about all that and more. And I don't know who's watching, but check out these babies. We're talking about all these babies right here. These Infinity Stones. Okay, because the whole plot of the movie was to gather these puppies right here, and it was awesome. And the movie ended in satisfaction. Pure fucking satisfaction. All right, guys. I know Thanos got his set, and I got mine. You know, I mean, Soopkichen. How is Soopkichen not gonna have some Infinity Stones? I just don't have a gauntlet. Don't worry, guys. I'll get my gauntlet soon enough.
It's probably the first movie, you know, where you see a major villain just win happily. You know.
Yes, definitely, and it was so satisfying to see.
The lady that was sitting next to Soop couldn't stop talking to him, and she was like, "This isn't true. This can't be real." He's like, "Sadly, it is."
I had quite the experience. Going to a movie theater. The lady next to me, it was quite the cinematic.
She talked
experience.
to him the whole movie.
Whole movie theater. But guys, all right. Action straight from the beginning. Like, it starts off and it is amazing. Like,
yeah, like the first opening scene.
Right? Opening scene was, and Saturn was the one that predicted this, was at the ending of Thor Ragnarok, there was an after credits scene where the ship appears over the Asgardians. Like, was this Collector? Could this be Thanos? And it's like, it was Thanos. And then already the killing, like, every Asgardian was dead.
Every single one.
Every single one. Like, there is not one left except for Thor. And when Thanos was holding Loki, I was like, you better kill him.
Oh, and Valkyrie.
You better kill him.
Oh, yeah, Valkyrie's alive. Valkyrie was confirmed alive by the Russo brothers. They said that she got off the ship before Thanos came. So I guess we'll see maybe another Thor movie, unless they do like a Valkyrie movie. I don't know what they're doing with that character.
That'd be so cool.
So we'll see what Feige and Marvel Studios is going to do with that character.
And in the comic books, she just joined the Exiles.
So did something happen to Loki?
Oh, yes. Dude, so Thanos is like holding Loki, and about to choke the life out of him. And I was like, you better kill him. You better fucking kill him, because I will be very disappointed in this movie if you don't take the opportunity to kill off characters right now. Just start killing them right now.
Off.
Right.
Bye.
And he
Don't
did.
you weed in this shit.
Yeah, don't you fucking weed in this. And then he did. He fucking squeezed the life out of Loki.
And Loki's dead.
And Loki is dead. And already I was like,
And
So-
he's like, no more reappearing acts this time.
right? He's like, this one, he's not coming back. I was like, damn. So Loki's the first one to go. We hit Earth, right? We kind of get to see what the Avengers are doing. We get to see that the Scarlet Witch and the Vision, they kind of have a relationship going on where each of them leaves. And at this point, Cap's team is the Secret Avengers, remember? And Iron Man's team, I do believe, would be dubbed the New Avengers. So they each kind of leave their own respective team to meet up with each other for a certain amount of time, and then they go back to their respective teams. Well, in this one occasion, Vision doesn't really want to leave. He's saying, you know what, we should really run away. And they're having this conversation, and out of fucking nowhere, Cornelius comes out and just fucking stabs him. Like, that was some shit. Like, I was like, whoa! Already, like, so good. So yeah, Proxima Midnight and Cornelius Glaive just come out, and they start handing ass to the Vision and the Scarlet Witch. Captain America shows up with his Secret Avengers, fucking Scarlet Witch, Black Widow, the Falcon, and dude, it was awesome. Captain America never looked so fucking good. It was great. Like, I felt they gave the characters the perfect allotted amount of time. Thanos,
Yeah, everyone got their chance, that's for sure.
Everyone got their chance. Like, watching Rhodey, War Machine interact with the Falcon, and they really had like a buddy thing going on. So it was just, it was really, really good. They explained why Hawkeye and Ant-Man weren't a part of Infinity War.
Yeah, that was good.
That was very good.
Did they?
Yes,
yeah, they
did.
definitely did.
What did they say? I missed it.
They took a deal because of their families. So it's aside from the Sokovia Accords. They took a deal with the government, and so they're like under house arrest or some shit where they're like being watched all the time. Which we're going to get more of once we get to the Ant-Man movie. Yep. Which is...
Isn't there a new Ant-Man trailer coming out today?
Oh, I'm not sure.
Is there? Ooh, that would be sexy. Because that was actually really
is.
exciting for me, because watching the Ant-Man Wasp trailer, there were a couple things that I was like, oh, I'm not... did I miss that in Ant-Man 1? And then, boom, I feel like Infinity Wars kind of, like, answered a couple of those questions that I have, so now I'm, like, even more ready and more interested to go into Ant-Man. Like, didn't because they weren't in the movie, doesn't it make you more interested to, like, actually go and see the movie? Like,
yeah, definitely. Like, what were they doing during...
Yes.
And actually, this...
Yeah, were they, like, fighting ants underground or some shit when the Infinity War was happening? Wakandan ants?
Wakandan ants. Whose ants? Not my ants.
Not my ants. Who's fucking ants are those?
So the Ant-Man and the Wasp is actually going to take place just prior to Infinity War. So that's where that's kind of lines up in the timeline.
Okay, so even though Infinity Wars is already out, like, technically, timeline-wise,
Ant-Man and the Wasp is going to be just before that.
I feel like that happened last time.
Okay.
For...
What, with
Civil
the
War?
Ant-Man movie and Civil War?
The last Ant-Man movie, didn't it? Timeline-wise, didn't it come out just a little too late?
Okay.
Maybe. Possibly. I feel like... I mean, they used him for Civil War, so...
Yeah, he was definitely in Civil War. So if it was something that was too late, it definitely wasn't Civil War. It would have been like a movie before that.
So we get that explanation, which is fucking awesome. We also get to see we get to see. I love that we get to see everything come together. Okay, we get to see Thor and Hulk were in space. We got to see the Hulk being just sent back to Earth, and he lands in the Sanctum Sanctorum, which
in the comic books is Silver Surfer. That scene.
So that scene is a huge Easter egg, but put the Silver Surfer there, and that's the way it is. And kind of warns him that Thanos is coming. So then Doctor Strange goes, and he needs to get Iron Man. So he gets Tony Stark. He brings him back. The explanation at the Sanctorium. Tony Stark getting married to Pepper Potts. Has now a almost like a nanite reactor on his chest, which basically holds the Iron Man suit. So they're chatting, and then they hear this fucking shit, because of course fucking Bruce Banner made a hole in the fucking ceiling when he came through. So they hear this ship. They go outside, and then from the ship comes Ebony Maw and Black Dwarf. So they come down, and they're gonna start some beef, and the interactions were really funny. Just like watching Stephen Strange handle Tony Stark.
What do you do besides make balloon animals? Protect your reality, douchebag.
Yeah. Watching Bruce Banner not being able to Hulk out.
No!
Right? It's like, come on, dude, you're embarrassing me in front of the Wizards.
Right? Which, side note, Saturn, the comics that you did based off of Infinity War were hilarious, and the one that you did with the Hulk, like, the way you were like, come on, buddy! Like, I was like, yes, that's exactly what I thought about. So those comics were great.
Thank you.
Which, by the way, go check them out on Life on Saturn's Instagram. They're all there. Go check them out.
All there.
All there.
So yeah, and that for me was, I guess, once it got later into the movie, that was one of the gripes I had, was the fact that Bruce Banner couldn't Hulk out.
He could not.
Right, because they
Hulk
lied
out.
to us in the trailer. I don't know if you realize, but there was like a lot of scenes in the trailer that didn't happen.
Tons,
like Hulk running with them.
and
We talked about this.
and we
actually.
talked about this is something that we talked about before the movie.
We did.
I said, so a lot of scenes that they used for the trailers were scenes that didn't make it into the movie, or scenes that were changed for the movie, which I think
I'm
is
okay
great.
with that, because
That's
you
the
know
way to
me
do it.
on
That's
a
the
one
best way
trailer
to do
diet
it.
because they give away too much. So I mean, this
So
is
if you're
great.
giving me deleted scenes and stuff that's not going to be in the movie,
Yeah.
then that's great. Then that's fucking great. Like, I don't lose.
What a good use of deleted scenes, you know?
Exactly.
You
we
don't
brought
lose
that up.
any of the story, and you get all the action.
Because we did. We brought up you, Saturn, and like how you're like on like a one trailer basis because you don't want to get the whole story. And it's perfect when they use, and then later on when they do come out with the extended version, you can see how, okay, we didn't need it in there. It adds to it, but it's a great way to use trailers. I get hyped for the movie, so hyped, but none of that I actually
None of it
seen.
spoiled for me.
Yep.
Like, that was great. That was fucking great. Which, just for a hot second, you know what movie did get spoiled for me?
What?
Jurassic World.
Oh yeah, we saw the trailer.
The trailer for Jurassic World, and when we went to go see Infinity World, basically gave us away everything.
It gave everything. Like, there are things that, like, you're like, I didn't
would have,
know.
I would have wanted to go to the movie and discover that. I thought it was going to be based on the island alone,
And it's not.
And now
like,
there's
my
all this-
heart hurt.
right?
Like, we looked at each other and we were like, wah, wah.
I was like, ruined.
I know.
They just ruined this movie for me. They could have given all this to me in the theater.
Yeah,
I gotta say, the best part of that trailer, though, was the very beginning, being claustrophobic with a T-Rex. That was intense.
Yeah.
I would have
and
loved to see that in a theater.
Yes, and I was super hyped about that. Like, and so then I thought that, like, maybe that was the only little extra that they were going to give me, and then we were going to flash to what I already knew.
But then you see dinosaurs all over the world,
But then
and
it
people
was
surfing, dinosaurs in the water.
And then I started learning about, like, the overall objective, and
then
I'm
there's
like,
Wong's creating this dinosaur, and they gotta stop
This is not
it.
good
and they're
for
in
Chris
this
Pratt. They're
mansion,
giving away
and
his
I'm like,
movie, and then then he ruins Infinity War. Fucking Chris Pratt.
Oh man, they gave away way too much, which is why I like to show up late for the movies. But you couldn't exactly show up late for this motherfucker. Because if you didn't reserve your seats, you're going to not get good seats.
No, there was no reserve seats. You had to get there just to sit in your actual seat. Not like tonight where we got to pick our seats and you picked us good seats. And then we could show up 5 seconds before the movie.
So, but yeah, it was great. It was nice. I like the mansion thing that they're going for. It gave me like a Resident Evil dinosaur feel. But yeah, that definitely was spoiled for me.
So the big donut comes down.
So the big donut comes down, and they get out, and they're fighting, they're brawling, and Spider-Man shows up, which was great. I love the way everything was just interjected. You know, nothing felt forced. Everything felt natural. The interactions between characters, how they met, everything.
How they met? I'm Doctor Strange. We're using our made-up names? He's like, cool.
I'm Spider-Man then. Yeah, that was awesome.
That kid is just
Spider-Man.
so... What were you going to say, Saturn?
I'll just say he just my impression is he leaps into action because he's Spider-Man, but the human side of him is like that redheaded kid on the Magic School Bus who's like, I shouldn't have come to school today.
Yes. Oh.
And that was great.
Yeah, they really did a great job. Like, I'm so glad that.
Yeah, him getting his new suit was great. It wasn't a whole thing. It was just on the fly. It had a reason. We got to see Iron Spider, even though I didn't get to see it in Civil War. I got to see it now and it looked cool.
Didn't it look great when he came out and
amazing.
He used it?
Yes.
Like when he had to save Mantis, like that shit was great.
Yes.
Yeah, that was a
amazing.
comic book moment, dude. That was great.
There were tons of this movie was literally like page for page a comic book for me. Like every scene was just a different panel for me. It was amazing. It was simply amazing. So Spider-Man goes off into space. Hulk gets left on Earth. He has to contact Captain America, tell him what's going on. But Captain America already knows because of the Vision. So now they all have to go to Wakanda. We have to try to get the stone away from the Vision.
Right.
That way we don't kill the Vision.
And Doctor Strange is trying to figure out what the fuck to do the entire time.
Right. Doctor Strange is doing some other shit, but we're going to get back to that in a minute.
Yeah, Doctor Strange and Thor, I'd say this movie made them look really cool.
Yeah, really, really.
I wanted to
rewatch
rewatch the Doctor Strange
levels.
movie just like by seeing. I was like, damn, it's been a while. I need to re-see that movie.
Shit, lost my train of thought. By train.
See you later. Woo woo.
Well, Vision.
The Vision.
We saw
because
Scarlet
Witch is the only
Captain
one that
America
can destroy the
saved them.
Vision. Yeah. So they kind of make it to where, because she's a product of the Infinity Stone, she's the only one that can destroy that Infinity Stone. So they go off to Wakanda. Meanwhile, Thanos is just getting everything he wants. He wrecked Xandar. He got the Power Stone, which we didn't get to see. I'm a little disappointed that we didn't get to see the Nova planet go down.
Yeah,
but hopefully that'll be a flashback scene in the Nova movie.
Okay.
I would like to see
Wait,
that.
they're making a Nova movie?
Well, they are. They said that they're making a Nova movie.
No way.
Yes.
Oh, man.
Dude, it would be really fucking amazing if, Thanos destroys Xandar, he gets the Power Stone, and then they flash back to that. You get to see all that, so you don't miss out. You get to see at the beginning of the Nova movie. And then you also get to see that, so Xandar has a core that basically when people die on Xandar, it takes their DNA and it stores it in the core of the planet. So the Nova core, they're essentially all in the core of this planet. So I don't know if they're gonna do a Richard Rider, or maybe he's been off planet and he comes back, and then he kind of sees what Thanos does, and then he's got that grudge with Thanos, which works because Richard Rider is one of the characters that butts head with Thanos a lot. Or you can make it what's the new kid's name? Alexander. To where his dad was a Nova, but then his dad, mysteriously disappeared.
Damn.
And then he got his dad's helmet, and that's how he became a Nova. So either way, you have it set up after the destruction of Xandar, for a great Nova movie. So he gets that stone. He comes out. He fucking what's the second stone that he gets? He gets the space.
Space.
The space gem from Loki, of course, before he kills him. So he's got two. Earth is like, we got two. We got the Vision, and we got what was the other one that they were counting on?
The one that
There's
Doctor
the one in
Strange
nowhere.
has reality. Doctor Strange had reality.
No, Doctor Strange has time.
Oh, time.
Time. So time and
You're right. Time is green.
and the Mind Stone. So reality, yes, reality was with the Collector.
And then Soul Stone, he had to kill Gamora with that one.
Yeah, and then the Soul Stone. So we'll get to that. So when
And oh yeah, you said Gamora. I was like, Anna, what a great cameo there.
Yeah. No, we're gonna talk about that in a minute.
Oh!
So
Don't spoil my spoilers.
don't spoil my spoilers, fool. So yes, Thor lands with the Guardians. Everyone meets up, happy family, and then Thor decides, you know what? I fought Thanos. I have the Odin power. What I really need, dude, is a weapon. So I'm gonna go to the planet where my fucking hammer was forged, and I'm gonna go get a new weapon forged. Rocket's like, I'm down with that.
Yes.
And Rocket goes with Thor, and so does Groot. And Groot being an adolescent teen, that works for me. Some people didn't like it. I thought it was niche because you don't have to write anything for the character, but the character is still there, but it doesn't look like you got lazy with the character.
Yes.
That's basically what that is. He's on his video game all the time because he's a fucking teenager, but at the same time, we don't really have to do much else until he's fighting, right? And they give him that really cool part when Thor is forging his new hammer.
Yup.
So they go off, and the other half of the Guardians decide that we have to go get the Reality Stone from the Collector. So they get over there, and they think that they got Thanos. And Thanos was like, psych, bitch, I was using the Reality Stone the whole time. None of this shit that you were seeing was real.
I know.
It was like, damn. So the Russo brothers, I'm glad that comic book fans made this movie. Because had comic book fans not made this movie, I don't think they would have used the stones to their full potential.
I know.
The Russos were able to use stones in places where, I don't know if the audience didn't realize what that stone did, or if the audience just forgot because they were so in the moment. But, you forget that Thanos has the Reality Stone, and then Star-Lord is going to go kill Gamora, and he turns the ammo into bubbles. Because he's got the Reality Stone. Whatever the fuck he wants, that's reality. So, he's got 3 stones now. Fucking amazing. The way he used the Reality Stone, too, to, turn Drax into stone, and Mantis into a slinky.
Ring.
It was bless you.
That came from the comic books too. Those were direct things.
Those were direct Easter eggs from the comic. So yeah, and then Thanos takes Gamora, leaves everyone else, takes Gamora back. That huge fucking stone chair, that's another Easter egg right there, from the comics.
Yeah, you always see him sitting in it.
Gamora's like, I've always hated that chair.
And then he tortures Nebula, which is in the same scene.
Right.
Except he does it differently in the comics, but it's pretty much the same.
Yeah, he tortures Nebula, gets the location of the Soul Stone, goes to the planet where the Soul Stone is, and who is there?
Fucking Red
and
Skull.
Who's been there? Yeah, the Red fucking Skull has been there since the end of fucking Captain America.
And played by someone from Walking Dead this time.
Yes, so Hugo Weaving, which we all know is Mr. Smith from The Matrix, and he was the leader of the elf dudes in Lord of the Rings.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
The Forest Elves.
Yeah. So Hugo Weaving used to play the Red Skull, and Hugo Weaving made it abundantly clear that he would not be returning for to do the Red Skull.
And why was that again?
So he basically did a dick move because he signed. Okay, so he said, I signed a multiple contract deal for Captain America. I think the tendency with those films would be to probably not bring the villain back. They might for Avengers, but I didn't think I'd be in Captain America 2 or 3. I don't think Red Skull will be there. And it's not something I want to do again. I'm glad I did it. I did sign up for a number of pictures, and I suppose, contractually, I would be obligated to if they forced me to. But they wouldn't want to force someone to do it if they didn't want to. I think I've done my dash with this sort of film. It was good to do it, and to try something different in films is great. It stretches you in different ways.
No, you skipped a line, and to try it out. But to be honest, it's not the sort of film I seek out and really am excited by. As an actor, to do all sorts of different films is great. It stretches you in different ways, but I increasingly like to go back to what I used to always do, which is to get involved with projects that I really have a personal affiliation with.
So he willingly signed a multiple contract deal with Marvel, knowing that he didn't want to play this character ever again. So that was kind of a dick move, definitely on like his.
Well, I'll
part.
tell you what, the new guy who played him from Walking Dead killed it because I thought it was the same actor until later on I found out.
Ross Marquand, who plays Aaron from The Walking Dead, was the Red Skull this time around, and. Dude, he fucking killed it. That was fucking amazing. I myself thought that
we had the same actor.
I had to like go back. I was like, did Hugo Weaving come back? Did they make this motherfucker come back? And
they were like, fuck it, we can find new talent.
Yeah, and so they're like slowly taking all these Walking Dead people.
Yeah, they are.
At the same time, I feel sadness that the Red Skull's going to be there, and we're probably not going to get him back.
No, I think we will, though. I think we will. If he didn't leave with Thanos, I think he will now find. He doesn't have a reason to be there anymore.
Because there's no stone.
There's no stone there anymore.
You think one can just leave that area?
Yeah, the way Thanos came and went, the way Gamora
I mean, he
came
did
and
turn
went.
he turned into the Red Skull, but let's not forget he's just a person from Earth. Stuck on this planet in a ghostly cloak. Yeah,
so I'm saying, like, maybe we don't know. Maybe he came back with Thanos. Like, what if there's a thing where maybe he like snuck onto Thanos' ship?
Yeah, I mean that would be cool. I can see that.
So
yeah,
I especially seeing as they just casted this new actor for this role, like. I don't think they would bring back the Red Skull, bring the hype, and not use the fucking Red Skull afterwards. If anything, the Red Skull's more of a threat now, because of everything that he's been learning throughout these years.
Okay. I thought they brought him back because everyone's like, whatever happened to the Red Skull? He got sucked into that Infinity Stone, and then what? And everyone kept wondering.
Yeah, definitely. But yeah, I think they're gonna use all the knowledge that he learned, and he's gonna come back, and he's gonna. I don't know if they're gonna bring him back in another Captain America movie.
Oh man, that would be cool.
That would be cool if they don't kill Captain America off. For the next one, it would be cool if the Red Skull came back to kill off Captain America, just like in the comics. So that's fucking fantastic. The Red fucking Skull. And hey, the catch for the Infinity Stone, or for the Soul Stone, in the movie, in the Marvel universe, in the Marvel Cinematic Universe, is that you have to give up something that you love in order to get the Soul Stone. And at this point, Gamora's just laughing because Thanos loves nothing. And I thought this was a missed opportunity. Turns out he really did love Gamora, and he kills her and he gets the Soul Stone. This was weak for me.
Because
the
person I thought he loved was his wife, the bitch that makes him fucking kill all his kids.
Well, yeah, Death.
Yeah.
That's the reason that I was skeptical about the movie, because the director said that Death wasn't going to be in the movie, and I'm like, Death is the whole reason that he does all of this.
He does everything.
But I can see, so they replaced Death with Gamora and a strong feeling about his home planet. That's what they replaced Death with.
Well, it's less of a strong feeling of his home planet and more of a strong feeling of righteousness. He thinks that wiping out half the population will mean that the other half will thrive. And that doesn't work for me as a motive for a bad guy who is this badass. Like, for a guy to do as much as Thanos has done, it doesn't, like, it's okay, but it's not the fuel that this engine needs.
Yeah, that is true, because not only do we not get too much backstory on Thanos, like maybe in the next movie when he's a farmer, but like also it's just like why the hell is he, like, of all the Titans, because the Titans, I was reading the backstory of the comic books, you know, when he's a baby and stuff, and I'm like, they're not that special of a race. Why is it that Thanos is just like so strong without the Infinity Stone?
Because,
you know what I mean?
He is derived from the Eternals, which Kevin Feige has said that they are now working on an Eternals movie. So he is a spawn off his whole race. His whole race from Titan is a spawn off one of the Eternals. And then the reason Thanos is purple is because of a deformity. The rest of his people don't look like that.
Okay.
And because of that reason, you know, he's very much alienated from, as a child, from like other kids that'll pick on him. And when Thanos was given birth to, his mother himself like wanted to kill him because she saw death in the eyes of this baby. Thanos' dad thought that Thanos' mom was cray-cray. And locked that bitch up, and she was like in an insane asylum. And then, like, Thanos, he was so neglected as a child. He would study because his dad would make him study, but he didn't have any friends. He would spend his time like observing animals, and then he would just watch, and he would watch life the way it happened. And he would watch death, and that was an interesting concept to him. And then he became so enthralled with Death that Death herself was personified into a young lady that Thanos then came to gain affection for. Of course, it's the only person that like ever paid attention or talked to Thanos. And throughout the years, he leaves his planet. He becomes a pirate. You know, he's basically a wanderer. He doesn't know what he wants to do with his life. He just knows a sense of emptiness and unfulfillment. He goes around the universe, you know, doing stuff, bounties, you know, and he basically spreads his seed all over the universe. You know, you're a pirate, you got to get down, you got to get the booty. So, and then he comes back home to Titan. And then he sees that his planet is gone, that it's been destroyed, and the only person, when he gets there, the only person that is there is Death. Duh, everyone on Titan is dead. Death is the only thing that remains. And then that's when Thanos tells Death that he's been all around the universe, and he hasn't found any sense of achievement. And she's like, of course, because your only sense of achievement is like wanting to be with me. And then he's like, yes, I am devoted to you. You're my love. And then she's like, how can you say that you love me and then you're devoted to me when you've like spent half your life going around space,
making all these
space babies with these space hoes? She's like, if you really love me, then you're gonna go kill all those space hoes and all those space babies. And Thanos is like, you right. So he goes off and he kills his offspring. and the women that made them, and then he comes back to death. Spoiler alert, he misses one. He comes back to death, and then Death is like, okay, that was good, but now I need you to, like, if you really love me, now I need you to wipe out half of the universe.
Exactly, and that's where the motivation came
and that's
from.
That's where Thanos is like, all right, like,
it's what fuels everything. It's what
Game
fuels
on.
his motivation.
yeah, game on. Is that what you want me to do? Well, let me find the Infinity Gauntlet, which is going to allow me to do it in the snap of a finger.
Now, in the movie, they said that it was created for him. You're saying find it. Was it already made?
Well, find the stones. But yes, the gauntlet was already made. Which is a thing that they kind of, like, bounce back and forth. I don't know if you guys remember this. But in, like, Thor 2, there was an Infinity Gauntlet in Thor's vault. In Odin's vault, sorry. And then they also mention it later on. And they mention that it's a fake. I think in Thor Ragnarok, they mentioned that it's a fake. And that the real one is still out there. So, we do see that the dwarves make, in the movie, that the dwarves make it, the gauntlet for Thanos.
Yes.
I don't know where that's displayed timeline-wise.
Okay. Because that definitely confused me in the movie.
And that is very...
Like, that was a point of confusion.
Yeah. So it could be that maybe... not sure. But if a gauntlet could be forged, then why not replicate that forge, right?
Okay.
So yeah, he goes out, he searches for the stones, he finds the stones, he comes back, and yeah, with the snap of his fingers, he wipes out half the universe.
Was so funny because he's like, Thor, you done fucked up.
Yeah.
Like,
and when people start disappearing in the movie, that is a huge comic book Easter egg because that's actually how it starts. That's how it starts. Is like Captain America and the other Avengers are at the Avengers Tower, and then people start disappearing like everywhere. And then that's how they realized that it was Thanos with the Infinity Gauntlet. So, you know, they did a good job in the movie. Like I said, he went around, he got 3 stones. Once he had the 3 stones, he went off, he got the Soul Stone, sacrificed Gamora. He had 4 stones, came back, fought Doctor Strange, and almost kills Tony Stark. And that's when Doctor Strange gives up the Time Stone to Thanos. Mm-hmm. Now, prior to this, Doctor Strange had been meditating with the Time Stone, looking into all the possibilities that could ever happen. And there was only one where they won.
One out of, like, the millions
of possibilities. Only one. So the fact...
watching him tweak was hilarious.
Right.
And you know what? I'm totally okay with the movie 100% only because of him saying that. Because Doctor Strange stated to Tony, he's like, I will not hesitate to let you or the kid die to save the stone. He won't hesitate. And he gave the stone up because it was the only way, because he saw that there was one possible
outcome
way to win. So I mean, there's nothing to worry about, really.
Exactly, that's what I said too. So I could tell that the theater was very anxious when that was like happening. Like you could start to hear people, and like in my mind, I'm like, what? I'm like, you said that, like, you know, their lives, and I'm like, oh, I'm like, this must be the one, and especially when Doctor Strange is like, I had to. I'm like, this is the one possible outcome that, like, is the way that they win. I'm like, this is the only way. Don't worry. Doctor Strange, he's got it taken care of, guys.
Yep.
Yeah, and it was really cool watching him go to war with Thanos. Just watching him battle Thanos. Like, really, you got to see, like, which Avengers are stronger than which.
Yeah, you did. You got to see how some of them, I'm like, you're nothing. You're literally nothing.
And then, like, teaming up
like
moves
all
was
of
cool.
the Guardians of the Galaxy were fucking useless as a dick on a ceiling. Like, they were useless. They didn't even need to be in the movie. In fact, this movie makes you hate the Guardians of the Galaxy. They're all so retarded.
Because fucking Quill fucks it up.
Right, it's so close. They're gonna get the gauntlet off.
Right, Spider-Man's like,
got the gauntlet off.
He's like,
Which is another great Easter egg.
Oh.
But yeah, and he's got it.
And that's why. That's why I made one of those comics. I was like, why did Doctor Strange literally not go back 5 seconds to bitch slap Quill and be like, grow a pair or something? I don't know, man. Like, why are you messing this up?
All right.
Like, I blame Quill. And
I know,
blame
that's why
Strange.
your comics were so hilarious. They turned out really well, because it's true. You like with the comics, I feel like you hit on a lot of those little points that a lot of people themselves thought about when they were watching that movie.
Yeah.
So Thanos gets the fifth stone, and now that's it. He goes to Earth. Tony Stark survives. He heals himself. Spoiler: he's also a white mage. So
yeah, Tony Stark definitely his suit is way improved, and I hope they make another Iron Man movie.
Yeah, I don't know about that, but yeah, hopefully, and actually bring the real Mandarin, because that would be cool. Yeah. Watching that suit go up against the Seven Rings, like now I feel Tony Stark is powerful enough to go up against the Mandarin. So he's got all the stones now. All he needs left is the mind gem. He's got to go get that from the Vision. So he goes over there, and the Wakanda battle is amazing.
Fuck yeah!
The Outriders just watching the Avengers, the Wakandians. Is that what you call them? Wakandans. Just watching
Wakanda forever.
Just watching all of them just go to war, like that was awesome.
Hell yeah! I felt like it had I felt the same excitement with that war as I did in a lot of the Star Wars battle wars. Like, it was one of those, there was so much there. The way that the technology had also been, the Wakandan technology had also been brought in, like that rocket from fucking gets launched in, and it's like, no, we're cool, we like got a cover. But then, like the barrier starts, it had, the droid war, you know what I mean? Because they had like their little
the droid battle.
Droid battle, yes.
Yeah.
The Phantom Menace.
Yes, it very much had that feel, and that was exciting for me. I didn't feel like it was like ripping it off or trying to be something. It just was very exciting for me. Like it had a very
and the graphics were on point.
Yeah, it was exciting.
CGI killed it. I mean, like, especially, like, yeah, that machine when it came underneath the shield.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that was cool. I mean, Thanos' skin and his Black Order, all their skin, it looked so real. It did not look like normal CGI, man. They killed it.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, there are a couple parts where it was noticeable, like during the fight scenes. I think some of the mocap was a little off. But yeah, overall, like, the look of the film was awesome. Which is another gripe I had with the movie. Was that they killed off all the Black Order, and some of them were like less epic than others. Definitely Ebony Maw. Ebony Maw being like one of the strongest beings, like literally able to like mindfuck Doctor Strange himself, like, and then to just be like sucked out of a vacuum into space and have it end like that, like.
Sorry, the kid's seen more movies.
He did. They killed him real quick.
And then I think like the only ones that were cool. I think the only one that was cool was Cornelius Glaive, because he was like about to murder Cap, and then the Vision saves him.
Yeah.
Like that was the only one that was epic. I guess you can say Proxima Midnight was cool too, because she was about. They kind of used the same method. She was about to take out Black Widow, and then Scarlet Witch,
sideswiped her.
And
that's why you gotta watch your back.
Got rid of her. But definitely like Bruce Banner and the Hulkbuster fighting Black Dwarf. That was the way Black Dwarf died there. That was a little lame. And like I said,
the Hulk in that Iron Man suit.
The Black Order death gives you like hope even more, so that more people were disappointed when Thanos won, because they're like, "Oh, it's just him. He beat all the Black Order,"
Yeah, I see it. And
he's just trying to make people sad, I think,
Yeah, so we'll see, but yeah, the Black Order, and that was one of my least ones. Like like the list goes, you know, the list goes. Thanos is his what do you call it? His
His charisma?
No, his
charm,
His boyishly good looks?
his swag.
his motives. So Thanos' motives is number one on the list for me. And then Bruce Banner not being able to Hulk out for no reason, number two on the list for me. And then it's like, okay,
it's like they were saving money on graphics or some shit.
right? Oh god, Thanos and the Black Order. We have to pay Mark Ruffalo. Why don't we just use Mark Ruffalo? We're already paying the motherfucker. We can buy CG and put it on top of that, and mocap, and get him a suit, and no. Let him do his fucking job. But they could afford to
put the shit in the commercial. That's the sad part. They could afford to put him in the commercial. It would have been great if he hulked right out of that Hulkbuster. I would have got pumped about that.
Yeah,
that would have been great. Right? Like at the end when he was like, "Come on, let's do it." And you did. I think he's gonna bust out, and the Hulk was like, "No."
So I don't know. I don't know what's going on. Like that is like my number two gripe. Like
he lost his mojo.
You didn't have it. You didn't have it. Like.
Which also confuses me because literally, like, the Hulk was something that, like, wasn't always able to be controlled. Like, when he just gets angry. So I'm like, you're mad that you can't Hulk out. I don't understand why you can't Hulk out.
I understand why you can't Hulk out.
Yeah.
I didn't understand why Tony Stark had to save him for that first battle. Like,
you're embarrassing me in front of the wizards.
Well, like, didn't Bruce Banner himself say that he tried to commit suicide by, like, putting a gun in his mouth and pulling the trigger? But when he did pull the trigger, he turned into the Hulk? Because the Hulk just won't let Bruce Banner die.
Yeah.
So why, like, that... So that was, like, my number two, like, ugh, for this movie.
Well, it also makes me question, because the Hulk kept saying no. So it's like, why? Why does the Hulk not want to come out? Are they trying to possibly give me other story of something that, like, they're trying to add in? Like,
I think it's simple. Like, the Hulk is just scared of Thanos because he got his ass kicked, you know? His ego went down. Because this is the first time we've ever seen the Hulk really get beat.
Yes,
you know?
like, really get the shit kicked out of him. Yes.
Yeah, Thanos knocked him out. Which in the comics, you know, the Hulk is pretty strong. You know, literally, the madder he gets, the stronger he gets. So it's a little confusing. Yeah. I think Hulk is starting to feel like Drax to me. In the first Guardians of the Galaxy, Drax is scary. He's got a legacy. By Infinity War, he's completely retarded, and he's like a kitten.
He's just the funny guy now. He, like, makes funny jokes. Haha.
Yeah.
So definitely, that was one where they dropped the ball. Like
the biggest flaw to me is how this movie made me feel about Guardians of the Galaxy when that was my favorite of the Marvel series. You know?
Aww. I think it's just because in the past two movies they've done so much, and exactly like you said earlier, they didn't really contribute at all to helping the cause.
I don't know what you're talking about. Groot contributed a lot in the forging of fucking Stormbreaker.
But think about, like Gamora wasn't able to do anything, and actually through her death, like, he was able to acquire the Soul Stone out of that. Like, obviously Quill just fucked it up majorly. Like, yes, like, Mantis was trying to help. She was. Like, if Quill hadn't have fucked it up, then...
Yeah, that would have been beast.
But in the
if
movies...
she wasn't too busy taking asses and kicking names.
That was... They do funny with her. No, I think it's just, like, the Guardians of the Galaxy movie was just such this, like... and you didn't get the same feel with them. They weren't as...
Yeah, it's like when you put all those characters next to characters that are brilliant, it just it was weird.
Yes, like Rocket and Groot were still... I feel Rocket and Groot were still who they always have been.
Yeah, watching Winter Soldier and Rocket next to each other, like, take down all those fucking
when he was
Outriders.
Like,
he picks him up and he's like...
Do you remember when he's like, hey, that gun? And the dude, he was like,
not for sale. How about the arm?
He's like, I'm gonna get that arm.
I'm gonna get that arm.
The way that he, like ended up with that eyeball...
Yeah, he's got a thing about metallic.
Sue his ass.
Robotic prosthetics.
Robotic prosthetics. Yes, that was too funny for me. Like, it was like,
but it gave me like two thoughts. I just want to see a Rocket and Groot like continue because they're the best members and they actually contributed to the movie, sorta. And also, if the Guardians are like gone, I don't know. I'm kind of hoping like Sylvester Stallone's team, the original crew with the Yondu, like really steps up. You know.
Yeah, because they hinted towards that at the end of Guardians.
They
too.
did.
They really hinted
at
it, but
we'll
see.
That's a big one. But now you see.
That's a team I want to see.
This is a clear fucking example of why it would have been so much better if Peter Quill's dad had been from the Spartoid Empire.
Who he's supposed to be.
Jason. Instead of the Living Planet.
Who got killed off.
Like, you're admitting it yourself. You're like, now the best part of the Guardians of the Galaxy is the Groot Rocket team up. Like, that is now the best part of the Guardians. Where
there could
there could be so much more now. Had Jason had Star-Lord,
had his dad been who he's supposed to be.
Yeah, Star-Lord had that legacy, that coming from royalty, that
he
is a king on a different planet. That would be a different cocky Star-Lord up, facing a Tony Stark, Tony Stark, playboy millionaire, Peter Quill,
half royalty.
Yeah, King of Sparta.
Yeah.
Definitely. So that would have been a different chemistry than what is.
Well, the Guardians will change regardless, I think, because the next question is, we already know people are going to come back to life because Spider-Man and Black Panther already have a trilogy planned, obviously. So it's like, who comes back, pre-snap or post-snap?
Black Panther.
You know what I mean?
So Black Panther isn't confirmed. Even though, yes, they want to do a sequel to Black Panther, they didn't sign Ryan Coogler for a 2 to 3 movie contract. They signed him for a 1 movie contract. So, if he asks for too much and Marvel doesn't want to pay him, or if he doesn't want to do Black Panther 2, then there might not be a Black Panther 2.
Wow. They wouldn't do that to Robert Downey Jr., I bet.
So I think
racist. They do it to the one fucking black guy they got. Are you kidding me? Come on.
So I don't know. It might have been a director's choice because I think he's trying to shoot the Creed sequel because he did Creed, the Rocky movie, Rocky 7, right? Rocky 7.
Right.
And now Rocky 8 is coming about. So I think
Jesus.
I think he's going to go off to direct that. So I don't know if they're going to wait for him to finish that in order to do Black Panther 2, or if they're going to find someone else to do Black Panther 2.
I mean, Black Panther made like
because waiting sounds like the ideal thing. You get the old director back. He makes a second movie. You wait for him to finish the project that he's working on, so he doesn't feel rushed to do this project. So he gives it all the attention that you want him to give it. But at the same time, if Black Panther comes too late in the timeline, as far as all these Marvel movies coming out, like that's also what you have to think about. So I
think
see.
Everyone after the snap who disappeared will be back, but I think everyone who was murdered before the snap is gone, like Loki and Gamora. I think they're done.
So I guess we'll see, because like that's a huge thing. That is a huge thing. We will see what happens to who. We can't say anything at this point, okay? Because we thought Thanos had lost the last stone, that Scarlet Witch was successful in destroying it. All very sad when the Vision dies, and then Thanos is like, "You stupid bitches!
Yeah, like
I've got the time stone."
Like, reality is fucked right now.
Like,
you should have hit me in the head.
Which, like, like when it comes to the timeline, like, there's just a lot that like could be edited, and I think that's what's really fucked up. Is there's so many ways you can go in the timeline.
So yeah. So I mean, and it was epic. He reverses time to where you literally see the Vision come back together. And then he pulls the fucking gem out of the Vision's skull.
Yes, he does.
Adds
Right,
it
just to suffer a worse death.
Right, like, let me bring you back. Like, that's fucking savage. Let me turn back time, bring you back, so I can fucking kill you myself.
So I can kill you again.
Like,
I want to do it.
So definitely something there that was amazing to see. And again, the Russos played on that part that, like, even if you knew he had the Infinity Gauntlet and you knew the stones, like, they somehow managed to surprise you when these moments happen. And then yes, Thor comes in strong and swole, and he pulls a Kratos, I felt like, right? Mm-hmm. He just fucking swings he throws that axe, and it like hits Thanos, but Thanos is like, you
stupid bitch.
You should have fucking gone for the head. I don't know what you were thinking.
And then just
snaps his finger, and then boom, just like that, he disappears.
He did, and like Thor was like, "What did you do?" Like they had no idea. Even for a hot second, I had a moment of like, "What was going on?"
Oh, I knew. I was like, he snapped his fingers. That's it. It's done. You guys lost.
Something happened.
It's
but
over.
What? Like I was like, how's this all gonna go down? Like I had this like moment of the fingers have been snapped, but like, yeah. A moment of turmoil, because you knew that like so much shit was about to go down, but you didn't know what was about to go down.
Yeah, and it's unfortunate that nobody else knew how to handle Thanos. Like Tony and his crew on Titan, as dumb as they were all trying to make sure that Thanos did not close his hand.
Because they saw him work the glove, and they were like, all right, we just can't let him fucking close his hand. And
they did a good job of that.
They did a great job.
Tony threw a robo hand into his glove, and Parker kept like shooting that shit. Like they were doing a good job.
It was great. It was fantastic. 9 out of 10.
And then emotions,
yes. And but yeah, half of them gone. Thanos. I love the way they ended the movie.
Right? I was just about to be like, let's
like he's like sitting, and he does exactly what he said he was going to do. He's like, I can't wait for this to end so I can just sit and smile and watch the sunrise on this new universe that I've made.
Which is exactly what he did.
Which is exactly what he does. And so that was like the most satisfying ending for me. I'm sure people in the theater were like upset.
They were upset. The lady next to you was like upset.
But I was so satisfied. I was like, thank you. Thank you for giving me like a bad guy with motive, like a strong bad guy that wins. I was like...
And that the good guys, like, that the movie doesn't have to end perfectly. Like, I enjoy when it doesn't end in fucking rainbows and sunshine.
Like this was very nice. I was like, yes, 9 out of 10 though, because what would have made it 10 out of 10?
Says it's a great tale about never giving up. It is beautiful.
It is
and
gorgeous.
You can achieve your dreams,
even if it's So yeah, it's
9 out of 10.
9 out of 10. 9 out of 10. It would have been a 10 out of 10 for me had Death been in it and had Hulk been in it. Give me more Hulk, give me more Lady Death, and then I don't know why they couldn't just interject Lady Death.
So that was the only
thing. It would have been
that
simple.
I didn't understand
Isn't
why
there
she
a part
wasn't
2
in
coming
there.
out though?
There is, but that doesn't matter. The motive is done.
Exactly, like the motive, like it's hard to go back and explain that. We've gone through this entire movie thinking that like Thanos is just doing it himself. So to all of a sudden bring something else in, which
the only hope we have is when he reminisces as a farmer.
Yeah, and so it's just weird to like go. It's just a little weird. It's confusing when you're like, this is what motivates him. Like I thought.
So yeah.
Now there is a really cool theory going around, like people, because with Disney buying Fox, and a lot of people are saying that it kicks in like next year or something.
Late next year.
In the comic books of Infinity War, some big antagonists are like Galactus, and I think his name is Infinity. The embodiment of the galaxy, the living embodiment, and the Eternals. And I've been reading the comic books of Infinity War. I read it before I watched the movie, and like you got Galactus who's noticing what Thanos did, and he's like, that much power can't go unchecked. And I'm like, oh shit, that's so cool. And like this would be a great time to introduce the Fantastic Four, but shit.
Yeah, I know. No, yeah, no, I know how you feel. That's how I felt when Civil War came out. But listen, It was good. It was good for Marvel Cinematic Universe. It was good for a movie, for a comic book movie. It was great.
Yes.
9 out of 10. Like I said, 10 out of 10. Give me Death. Give me more Hulk. Would have been the perfect fucking movie.
It would have been perfect if you had the story.
Like,
the way it
yeah,
was
you give me Death as a motive for Thanos doing what he does, and you give me Bruce Banner being able to turn into the Hulk but getting his ass kicked by all these other people. Like, that would have been a 10 out of perfect 10. I would have been like, everybody, I would have been paying for people to see this movie. What, you can't go see this movie? Here, go see this movie.
No, little side thing, because I'm like thinking more about Death and how they he got the Soul Stone because he was able to kill Gamora, and so then that's how they played. Do you think that that's maybe why they didn't introduce her? Because like he couldn't kill Death, so then he wouldn't have been able to obtain the Soul Stone. Like, how does he obtain the Soul Stone in the comic?
So the Soul Stone doesn't have a price in the comic, the way it
okay.
does in the movie universe.
And so, this is where I'm thinking about. I'm like, do you think that this was possibly like the only way that they were able to create the scene with the Red Skull and everything was to create a price, a trade for it? Like,
no. I think here's how I would have interjected Death. I wouldn't have changed. Not changing anything. You make it to where Thanos was asked by Death to kill all his children and destroy half of the Earth.
Mm-hmm.
He succeeds by using his children to get the stones, and then I don't have a problem with the Black Order dying.
okay.
And then I don't have a problem with Nebula dying either.
Because that's all the children, like all his kids.
And then he kills Gamora to get the Soul Stone.
Mm-hmm.
And then, boom, all his children die.
Yes.
Death is there.
Yes.
And he's got all the stones.
Okay.
That's the way I would have done it.
Yeah.
Like, Death makes him kill his child. The only one that he really liked. I've had all these children, but Gamora is the only one I really liked. And Death made me kill her in order to get the Soul Stone.
Yeah. And then they still would have been able to create trade.
They still would have able to been create the trade. They still would have been able to make that fatherly connection between Gamora and Thanos. They wouldn't have lost. They wouldn't have lost any of that. So that's the way I would have done it.
Okay.
And then just more Hulk. Like, I don't know why the Hulk wasn't able to Hulk out. Like, just more Hulk.
Well, 9 out of 10.
9 out of 10. 9 out of 10. But a solid 9 out of 10.
And a must-see in 3D.
And a must-see in theaters.
In theaters, in 3D. Like, I would definitely... There were a couple of parts that I felt like I had to dodge.
Yeah, you're literally like,
side
oh,
to
shit.
side. Like, I haven't had... Like, there are some movies that you see in 3D and they're great. Like, I feel the last movie we saw in 3D was Doctor Strange, that I felt like I was legit, like, the screen is coming towards me.
Last Jedi.
The Last Jedi?
Last Jedi. Last Jedi was the last one we saw in 3D. That was awesome. Because of the dogfights in space.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, so there you have it, guys.
We didn't talk about the very tidbit of detail that they gave us at the end of the movie. The, like, after credits.
Okay, after credits scene, while everyone's disappearing, Nick Fury notices, right, he's in the car with Maria Hill. Car crashes in front of them. They get out. There's nobody in the car. A helicopter comes crashing
into a building.
Do you know what I thought about when I saw that helicopter crash?
How typical that scene is?
No, I thought how Thanos used to have a helicopter in the comics, the Thanos chopper.
Really?
Yeah. So
that's funny. Was it perfect?
Was it like the Peter Chopper on Family Guy?
It was like the Peter Chopper in Family Guy, and it was gold, and it said Thanos on the side.
That's hilarious.
So so everyone's disappearing.
So Fury quick tries to like send that message.
He pulls out this fucking pager, and he sends a message out and he gets it off before he disappears, and he's gonna like drop a fuck bomb.
But he couldn't get off the motherfucker.
Disappears. That was great.
It was great. It was a way for them to add in the line without like actually dropping the F-bomb.
So that was fucking great. Here we go. Thanos chopper.
Damn, Thanos chopper! Look at that.
Yeah, boom.
Like, what do you mean disappears?
Dude, they turn into ash and like
they
disappear.
Like disintegrate
because Thanos has like wiped out half the universe, so half of the people
Like
everywhere.
and it's at random.
Gone.
It's at random, and they just disintegrate into thin air, and they become dust.
Yep. And so before Nick Fury disappears, he sends off the message, and then you see the little beeper or the pager lights up with the Captain Marvel symbol.
Yep.
So Carol Danvers, Captain Marvel. That's how we're gonna get her in in the second part of Infinity War, which is gonna have a different title. So, and this is great because we're gonna get the Captain Marvel movie before the second part of Infinity War. So that'll explain the character, and it's gonna be a timepiece, kind of like Captain America, where it's gonna be set in the 90s, and it's gonna give you like that origin story for Captain Marvel and how she's been off in space, fighting the Kree and whatnot. So, guys, that is it. That is amazing. There you have it. We're gonna go see it again today.
Yes.
We might even talk about it again next week.
Yeah, because my nephew needs to go see it.
So yeah, yeah, I know. So
Is he
yeah,
gonna be sad?
No, he's gonna be so excited.
Oh, he is gonna be pumped.
Him.
He's not only getting this movie, he's getting tacos. Like, he's about to have the best day ever, and he doesn't even know
I'm
it.
talking about, is the movie gonna make him sad?
No, it will. If anything, it will make him question. He will have a lot of questions, and his hardest thing. So he does really good with saving a lot of his questions until the end. But I can see that it's very challenging for him because, in order for him to be able to keep watching the movie, he's like, I need this question to like kind of be answered. So luckily we've already seen it. So, and he's good at like keeping his like comments and whispers pretty low. So he'll have a lot of questions. Like, that will be the biggest thing. He'll be like, what? I can't wait to actually see his shocked faces though. Like, I'm very much looking forward to them.
So there you have it, guys.
Cool.
Go see it. Go fucking see it. If you're not seeing this movie in theaters, I don't know what you're doing with your life.
I don't know what you're doing with your life.
This is amazing, and that's two things before we leave here. One is Legends is doing an Infinity Gauntlet replica. So from the movie, so you get your Infinity Gauntlet replica, guys, and it lights up. Stones light up.
Oh, because I've seen some that don't light up.
Oh,
or
yeah.
like you can't, like the fist doesn't move.
I know,
either.
those are the old ones. Those were the old ones because we were kids, Jessica, and because no one cared except for Hasbro, and all they would do is make this fist with stones on it.
That's all it was. And
made
you,
out
like,
of
see 'em at the
plastic.
cons. Yes.
And those are like $30 too. And yes, I've seen them at cons too, and I always want to get one. There's also a mug that's
yes, I know you want the
right
mug.
Here. This right here. I remember
want the
wanting
mug.
one of these when I was like a kid. I was like, I want it. I want that gauntlet. It was a gauntlet, a plastic gauntlet, and it came with 4 figures.
Yep, and you could like put it on, but you had to like be in a fist.
But yeah, you had to make the fist. That's all you could do.
Like, open your hand.
Yeah, you couldn't. But now Legends is making one where you can open and close the fist, and it's only $100.
Because they know that everyone is about to be cosplayed. Like,
yeah,
they know.
So yes, is Soop gonna get one? Yes, I'm gonna get one of these.
This is what my boo wants.
This is Boo wants an Infinity Gauntlet. Yes.
Yes, heard.
I am willing to slay all my children to get it.
Heard. Sounds good. All children will be slain.
Dude, like, because...
and God of War is only 60, but...
yeah, well, if God of War can turn back time and fucking change reality, then I'm cool.
It does.
It does!
You don't understand,
does.
Gal. You don't understand, Gal. I will wave this fist at people when they cut me off in traffic.
cannot wait. Oh my god, the trip.
Go, it ain't real.
It ain't real.
He could make God of War unexist.
So what you want to make that shit right now?
No, the trip from Chicago to Milwaukee is about to be way more exciting with that Infinity Gauntlet. Like, instead of throwing burritos, we're gonna start throwing stones.
Just start throwing stones. So yeah, guys, like I'm like a big like Thanos Infinity Gauntlet. Do you guys remember when you guys were talking about the governor and then I was reading about Negan? That's how I felt like when people were like, "Ooh, Thanos is so cool." I'm like, bitch.
He's been cool.
Bitch, he's been cool. Man, where you been? Like, yeah, and I obviously, being that I'm like a huge Marvel guy, yeah, huge fucking nerd, and I do have like a case with like the Infinity Stones in it, thanks to
Marvel vs. Capcom.
Thanks to Marvel vs. Capcom. Which that's a game that you should maybe think about playing, Saturn. Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite. The storyline today is that Ultron is collecting the stones.
Yeah, which is actually kind of
fun. So that's fun. So guys, that'll do it. That'll do it for this week. Guys, let's plug it up. Oh no, numbers. We didn't do numbers. There's just so much.
Box
office. So domestically. Okay, domestically, this movie made $258 million.
Okay.
So,
it didn't do what I thought it would do.
Domestically, $258 million, which is more. Well, it still came in number one as far as opening box office numbers. It beat Star Wars: The Force Awakens. Remember last week we were talking about Star Wars: The Force Awakens
Did it beat Black Panther?
Yeah, it'd be Black Panther.
Black Panther is number 6.
Okay.
Yeah. Force Awakens came in with 247, and then Infinity War came in with the final numbers were 258.2 million.
So my prediction was right.
And that was just in the U.S.
That was not.
Now, opening weekend of globally was 640.9 million.
Wow.
Right? Jesus Christ.
Wow.
Ask me how much this movie cost to make.
How much did this movie cost to make?
Well, with the exception of the Hulk, 321.2 million.
So internationally they made
their money. Yeah, they made their money back. Like,
and then some. And then some. Yep.
And this is just opening weekend. We're gonna go see it again today.
Multiple people are gonna see
it multiple times. Like, this is one of those movies where
so that just gave them their money to make the other one. So there you go.
Yeah, I've seen it twice, and I'm gonna see it again. So that's for sure.
So interesting fact: this was not the most expensive Avengers movie. So Infinity War cost $321 million. Where Age of Ultron
was the most.
Fucking Wheaton. $495 million.
Okay, so that was the most expensive Marvel movie.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Okay.
And I mean, that was a good movie, but I don't see where that money went.
So yeah, guys.
The Hulk.
So we'll see where it ranks up all time. But yeah, obviously Whedon paid for more Hulk. So it kept it so under budget. So yeah, guys. So we definitely got a lot this week. We'll see. This movie is just gonna keep making money. Like, I don't see this movie plummeting in the box office anytime soon. If Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2 had like a 3-month life cycle in theaters, this movie's gonna have like a 4 or 5 month life cycle in theaters.
Like, it'll be summertime and you might still be able to catch this movie.
So definitely. Did you guys see the tweet that Ryan Reynolds posted? It was like, so it was a note from Tony Stark to Deadpool, and it was like, no, definitely no, go bother Professor X. And the headline was, regards joining the Avengers. So
that's awesome.
So yeah, guys, so there you have it. Let's plug it up before we get out of here. Gao, when you're now playing God of War, where can people find you?
You can find me on Facebook, Dave Jersey, Plattsburgh, New York, and you can find me on Twitter at DJJGao. And in back issues of Identity Magazine.
Identity Magazine. Sugar, where can people find you?
On Twitter at Sugatitz, SUGAHTITZ, with the underscore at the very end. Yes, indeed.
There you have it. Saturn. People find you.
Life on Saturn on Facebook, on all other social media like YouTube and Instagram, etc. is Life on Saturn space LOS. If I don't see you on the 4th, then may the 4th be with you. And don't forget that May 5th is free comic book day.
Hey.
Yes, it is free comic book day. Thank you for reminding me. I have it on my calendar. I gotta remember.
You do, yeah.
Yes,
you gotta
that's
do that.
Saturday.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
You're right. May the 5th, Cinco de Mayo, tacos. We might have to go do comics before we do tacos.
Damn. Comics before we get wasted.
Oh my. Cinco de Mayo and free comic book day. Oh my goodness. It is going to be intense.
Guys, I'm Soopkichen. That's SOOPKICHEN. You guys can find me here on Twitch Tuesdays, or you guys can catch up on past episodes of Waking Up with Soup and Sugar on YouTube, and you guys can also read my tweets and check out my pictures on Instagram. Thank you guys for tuning in. However, as you're tuning in with us live here on Twitch or later on YouTube, we appreciate the support. Guys, catch you next week when we'll probably talk more about Infinity War, because I'm going to go see it again. I'm going to be like, oh man, Saturn. And then maybe we can convince Gow to go see it, and he'll be like, hey guys, I saw it too.
Right, Saturn, you got to take him.
I'm thinking about it.
Like, he's thinking about it, guys. Like, oof. And even then, I might go see it a third time. So, guys, we'll catch you next week. Once we've all seen this movie 6 times apiece.
Without once seeing Atomic Blonde.
Oh!
Man.
Why do you have to put
That's
salt
all right,
on the wound?
It's the only movie, it's the
lemon
one I
juice
recommended.
inside.
So,
I'm gonna see Atomic Blonde right after this. That's what I'm doing. I'm gonna sit down.
No, you're not. We're gonna play Iron Banner.
Oh, Iron Banner. Shit. Maybe I'll put it on in the background. Bye, guys.